There we go. I'm gonna get the microphone a little closer because we had slight audio issues last time. Okay, so I just
Here's what I found.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. So hello. Oh, my hair is nice and red today. Hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Shiro, and this is your first time here. I'm a comic artist, and what I usually do on this stream that I do every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, like and subscribe. I usually talk a little bit about what happened artistically in the past week, either to me or whoever we're going to yell at this week. And then I move on to whatever comic project I'm currently working on. Today, let's hope that I finally finish. Like we're in the ending line there. We're almost at the end. Let's hope that today I get to finish A Day at the Zoo. We're almost there. I am currently drawing the ending. As far as news goes, yesterday I did the color challenge, and the Wheel of Morality was really nice to me. We got some subjects that worked really well with the randomly selected colors. And 2 of them are in the shop, 2 of them I've already sold, because when I post the ad that there's a shop drop, and I say that first comes first serve, I'm serious. There's been times where I even didn't have the time to finish writing the ad to share it to everyone, to tell them that there's new stuff in the shop, that some of the cards were already sold. So yeah, when I say first come first serve, I frickin' mean it, people. Ooh, water. I think it's pretty clear to say that it's another frickin' dark day today. La saison des pluies. Me, I don't care. As long as it rains, there's moving water, and where there's moving water, there is less mosquitoes because they like still water. And we all know my opinion on mosquitoes. We all know everybody's opinion on mosquitoes. Like, why does the female have to bite, is what I'm asking. Why can't the female be like the male and just eat something else? Oh, Jupe, hello! Been a long time! Hi! Every time I see Jupe's name, what comes to my head, because I'm that kind of neurodivergent, Jupe, rocket, throw back a bottle of beer. I pull a comb through your cold black hair. I'm one of the musical ADHDs. And the icon is animated in the actual chat, in the Streamlabs desktop chat, because it came back after a couple of months. But it's just a pink kitten in the restream chat. But hey, long time no see. Glad we finally found a minute, because I know that my hour for streaming is really inconvenient, but it's literally, I'm knitting a sock. Here's hoping you're knitting a second one after that. Okay, well, what color? What pattern? What kind of wool? Hey, this is an art stream. Knitting is art. I want to know the details of that sock. While we wait. I will get to the actual drawing real quick. I'm looking around trying to remember something else that I want to just say. Yes, this week I finally finished the RPG watercolor portrait challenge. I'm glad. This entire book is filled with little watercolor portraits. From Chimp and A to chimpanzee. Monkey pattern from Nitty, only without pearls, in a gray with rainbow stripes yarn. Ah! Oh my god, that's gonna be so cute. Now you can see it, well, not really because of my spotlight, but you can see it better. This entire book is full. Completely full, maybe upside down. There we go, completely full of RPG art. Of games that I like and that I enjoy. Of course, immediately, sorry for the sniffling, it's raining outside, my brain is leaking out of my nose. Immediately after finishing it, I had some people ask me, Shiro, are you gonna do another one? No. At least give me time to rest from it because... Focus. Thank you. Leave me time to rest from the previous one because... Love. Thank you. Give me time to rest from the previous one because the previous one was like a year and a half almost. Because I did one a week. So yeah, these little Temu sketchbooks are pretty nice to watercolor in, but at the same time, oh my god! I've had it up to the natural color. I am taking a break. Plus, I have a comic to work on, so yeah. So before we get started on me blah-blahing about that, we're gonna move these windows so we can get to the drawing. Oh, my kingdom for colored tabs in Streamlabs. My kingdom! I have colored tabs in my Google Calendar and I can see the stuff I have to do like that. In Streamlabs I got... Where's my big webcam so I can turn it off? There! I'll take a pic of the sock so far. Yay! I hope I don't sound disingenuous. I am really interested in that sock. Look, it's not because I personally am not interested in knitting and crocheting means I'm not interested in knitting and crocheting. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in doing it myself. It's like guitar. When there's too many strings, I get confused really fast. But do I love watching other people's progress on these works of art? Yes! Genuinely. It's good stuff. Craft. There we go. Sent on FB. Alright. Let's open FB and see what we have. Videos better not play automatically. Come on, sock, 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 sock. Oh my god, it's even cuter than I thought. Like the yarn is like this teeny tiny skinny one. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. And it's got like this pattern going on like this. Yo, how you doing, fellow kids? The sock is cooler than what I just did. Oh, this is nice. And working its way to being finished too, and you can tell because my sister has been trying, desperately trying to crochet a blanket for her niece. You can show it if you like. Oh, don't mind if I do. Permission. Look at the pretty sock. Look at that. See, that's the pattern I was talking about when I said it was going like this. The little shoot right here. I mean, I don't even have the patience, like, when I was young and my grandma taught me how to knit. I was supposed to be knitting the blanket, and after a while it just turned into a washcloth because I didn't have more patience than that, and it was like a simple purl. I think it's called a purl. Anyway, just like a simple line. I was far from good enough to even think about specialty patterns like this. Oh, I am loving the colors. I am loving the colors so much. The gray, that's outside today. Celebrating other artists on my stream. I love that. I mean, I love showing off, but I'm really using this stream to force myself to finish my personal comic projects. So if I get to show off somebody else's art, I'm like, woo! There. Thank you! I am in a very good mood. I've been in a, like, almost scaringly good mood since April, I think. Like, I don't know if it's the fault of the app, but I also downloaded the Finch for self-help. And combined with Habitica, it's making me do stupid little things for my stupid little health. And like, I've been in a great mood. And I've been finishing a lot of stuff. And because I also got Bootleg Cookie on pause, I'm able to do more projects, including personal projects, and it's thanks to you guys that I can do the personal projects. Like, I do want to sell this story online. I don't think it's going to go viral or anything, because it's not like it's got a deep story. It does not. Definitely does not. But it has been a story that has been in my head since the 90s. Shit you not. Because my Nana's place, at the bottom of her closet near the entrance, that's where she kept all the stuff for kids, because she had, and up until the time of her death, she had even more grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So she always kept toys and books for kids. And what started the idea of this look for this horror story was a 1950s, 1960s book. It was a very, very nice, sweet book about a dog and its adventures. Do you like Queen? I do a little bit, actually. I mean, at this point, who doesn't like Queen? I mean, as far as music goes, I will pretty much like anything I can sing along to, and Queen is very sing-along-ish. I mean, even if you don't know Queen, somebody is bound to know all the words to Bohemian Rhapsody, whether they like it or not. It can't be helped. In fact, I learned about the Bohemian Rhapsody through Weird Al Yankovic. Because that, I'm a huge fan of Weird Al. The album, Straight Back to Linwood, I think it's called, has my theme song on it, and it came out on my birthday, so check Messenger, you're gonna die. Okay. YouTube might not like that I die on stream though, so I'm warning you right now. Whoops, that's not Facebook. Well. Can I show that too? If I ask politely. Yes. Woo! Yeah. Oh, that is a confident raccoon. Living his best life. I love that. Look at the texture and the slight texture in the coat to show that it sparkles. It sparkles. And the fur, the fur texture, but not too much, so it's not overwhelming. It instantly makes me happy. One thing I also love is when people dress up as Sailor Freddie Mercury. I love that. Because they do look like Freddie Mercury. Like, really good. It's a really good cosplay of Freddie Mercury in Sailor Mercury's outfit. And they're always buff. And they always do such a good job. And recently there's been another one that's been cosplaying Sailor Bruno Mars. I love that one too. Come on, wake up. It's still weird, in my opinion, that you could paint Bucket with patterns in Mario Paint in the 90s, but you can't paint Bucket with patterns in Clip Studio. I should send an email. I'm Canadian. I am going to write a stern letter. I can't remember what his online name is. Have you ever seen pics of a big buff black dude who cosplays as... Oh my god, Night Mage. Night Mage. His name is Night Mage. The big... Is he bald and he's got like the epic eyebrows and like huge eyes with a stare that burns a hole in your soul? That's Night Mage. Oh my god, I follow him on Facebook. He is fantastic. He cosplayed as so many people. Recently, he re-pulled out his He-Man cosplay because the movie just came out. And he did the meme. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, guys, if you don't know Night Mage, look it up. Night Mage as in Chevalier there. K-N-I, you know, Night Mage. He's amazing. And between you and me, he has this cosplay of Mr. Clean. And I'm not sure, but I think one time he cosplays Segata Senshiro, or at least I reposted one of his cosplays and said that he was giving off Segata Senshiro energy. Like, sir. People right now, understandably, the fuck is Segata Senshiro? The other half is like, yay, Segata Senshiro! Wow, you're showing your age! Recently, I learned that I had a South Korean fan with an A in there. Yeah, Night Mage with an A. I mean, yeah, I got text chat and I didn't even think of writing it down. Oh, he's the best, though. Sometimes he has people complain about some of his cosplays. Like, he pulled out the He-Man cosplay back out recently. And he's had black fans telling him that He-Man wasn't black. Look. Night Mage is not going to put on some talcum powder on his face to please you, okay? Night Mage is going to cosplay as the skin tone he was born in. And you're going to have to deal with that. He-Man is an imaginary character made for a cartoon in the 80s. If Night Mage wants to see a black He-Man, Night Mage is going to see a black He-Man. You guys are just complaining from behind a keyboard and a screen because he can't reach you, because he can easily pancake you. Have you seen the guy? The muscles on that guy, that's not a muscle suit. That's all him. That's 100 pure beef Night Mage. And that's what makes him amazing. Like, it's cosplay. You shouldn't take it that seriously, and Night Mage does not take it seriously. And that's what makes his cosplays great. He's having fun, and that's all that matters. representing himself as he is and expressing his creativity, like... Exactly. Like, all my cosplays have been... He does take it seriously, but he doesn't fall into the drama pit surrounding it. Yeah, the costuming itself and how he presents himself, he takes that seriously, but himself he doesn't take seriously. It's like when I keep saying, look at what I look like. Like, I got all the cute clothes and... Like, I got toys everywhere. In my office, everything I own as possible is pink. And I love cute stuff. And my studio is rife with toys and comics and is Mickey Mouse themed. I still do my taxes. That's what I mean by not taking myself seriously. Like, I've had nobody comment about my looks online in a couple of years. Knock on wood. But the last person that commented on my looks, I put back in their place. Instead of going, oh my god, I'm ugly, I can't show my face online. Since then, I'm just like, oh, a camera, come here. I am going to film myself. You don't like my face? This ain't OnlyFans, bucko. We're not here for my face. Oh no, somebody online doesn't like how I look like. Oh well, too bad, it's the only face I have. Deal with it or get out. You know, if I were to pull out my my Ash Williams cosplay that I did in like 2013. First of all, surprisingly, it would probably still fit me. Secondly, I bet there's gonna be a couple people in the woke gender bending. Okay, first of all, I am cosplaying as male Ash, if I want to. Secondly, it's not gender bent if I'm non-binary, so... So for those who are new here, A Day at the Zoo pretty much does was what it says on the tin. It's a boy and his father spending a day at the zoo, and there's animals, and it's not for kids. Hope that part is clear. I mean, I am going when I'm gonna put it up for sale, I am going to put warnings. But how much you want to bet people are going to ignore those? Because when I had my story about the little girl killing Santa Claus, and I was showing it off at the local mall, I had people pick it up and say that it was going to be a great coloring book for their little kids. And I'm like, you literally just flipped through the entire book. Santa Claus dies, and you want that for your kid. Because all they registered was that the book was in black and white. Also, good luck, those pages are glossy. Black and Engelbert and Burton. Before I ink, of course I'm going to save. Did I save the previous page? Just to be safe. There we go. Never, well, I was gonna say never enough water, but like everything, you gotta drink water in moderation. Speaking of having to have warning for everything. Speaking of warnings for everything, is it still worth putting warnings for everything at this point? Because I have encountered people that struggles with reading comprehension. I struggle with reading comprehension, but not at this level. It's terrifying. Like just 2 days ago, okay? Just 2 days ago, I wrote in the post asking for requests for the color challenge. You can either go to my Instagram stories or my suggestion box with a link, with 2 links. One to my Instagram stories that clearly said Instagram, and one to my suggestion box. You can either go to place 1 or place 2. Here are 2 links. Even I can do the math on that one. And I had somebody ask me, is the second link the one to the suggestion box? And these are people in their 20s. I always think that's gotta be a kid. But then I remember to be on Divine Art, you have to be 13 and up. And then I go and check their pages and I'm like, are you okay? Do you need a diagnostic, honey? Because yeah, my first reflex is always to assume that they're neurodivergent. Why? Because I'm neurodivergent, and when I don't understand something, oh my god, do I not understand something? But when it's something like that, I just look at the post and thinking, I can't make it any simpler. Plus, when you know that AI prompts like ChatGPT and stuff like that, there have been studies that it makes people dumber because they can't do critical thinking anymore because they have to ask ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is usually very wrong most of the time. And here's a fun fact. You guys know how I used to cheat on my, speaking of cheating, on my French dissertations and stuff like that? I would study the spelling of words, so I wouldn't have to go back and correct what I wrote. I would literally learn the spelling of words by heart. You can ask my mom. I used to read the dictionary. So I would know the spelling of words, so I wouldn't have to get up and get a dictionary or go back and first write a draft and then write the actual dissertation. And of course, I got punished for that because, well, you didn't correct your draft. Are there mistakes in my drafts? No, but you didn't correct it. Kind of makes you wonder why I struggle with rules at school, huh? Another thing that sucks, because I am also neurodivergent, when I comment on other neurodivergents, people automatically think that I'm trying to make fun of them. And that's usually neurotypicals that think that. Because of the tone I take, but I don't freaking do it on purpose. Here's another problem I have. I don't ask questions when I don't feel the need to ask questions, and I rarely feel the need to ask questions. And it's because I don't think about asking questions. Like for a recent Smack comic page that is not out yet, but I'm pretty sure it's not necessarily going to be a spoiler if I talk about that specific part. A character is supposed to do a 3-point landing somewhere. And I didn't know what a 3-point landing was. I should have Googled it, but it didn't occur to me to Google it, so I just kind of did like a different pose. And had a bird behind the character with a sign that said 3 points. Why? Because that's what seemed logical to me. And instead of yelling at me like my life depended on it, Gabe simply explained what a 3-point landing was, and I was like, oh, it's a superhero landing, okay. But neurotypicals think that because I do that, it's because I think I know better. And then they get mad at me. Because of another reason, because I'm ADHD, and ADHD people, in emergency situation, we don't panic, and we should panic, apparently. In my head, I'm thinking, if I panic, then that's not going to help the situation. Either tell me what to do, or I'm going to do something, but I'm not going to panic. And then they get mad at me for not panicking. And my local gaming store has little pins, and one of them is a chili pepper that says Neuro Spicy on it. Oh, I love that. I have some merch on my TeePublic shop, and some of them has the logo Danger Fluid because Mom misunderstood my gender presentation. I said, I'm gender fluid. And then she said, Danger Fluid, and I'm like, that! I'm that! Yes! I identify as a problem, a menace, and a nuisance. I loved it so much I made merch out of it. So very unofficial TeePublic, if you guys are curious. And I believe there'll be a sale later this week. Give me a second. Let me consult the gay agenda. Yes, starting next Saturday there's going to be a sale. If you guys are interested, of course. Also, for those of you following me on Patreon, paid members, right now there's a new design for a new product that I'm testing out. I bought some samples because I had a good deal. I received a good deal from Woo-A-Cry, and I bought some samples for a new product that I can make available in my shop, in my ACG Goods shops. So if you follow me, if you're a patron, you already know about it. Because I post previews all the time. Whenever I can, really. Because of course I can't post previews of stuff that I got like NDAs on. Sorry, I got a really itchy nose. The humidity is so weird here because of all the rain. I don't really have a local gaming store. Last store that sold games was La Source, and it closed down a year or two ago. So my local gaming store is like an hour and a half drive, but it's also near the closest A&W, so it's a special treat for me to go there, you know? I can't digest McDonald's anymore, I'm too old. Oh well, speaking of merch, here's an ad for the Carnivale Koopa Pete keychain. I had been promising it for a while, and then I sat down and finally did it. Hi, Coco. We're hopefully, touch wood, finishing a day at the zoo today. If my tablet would stop falling asleep every time I click out of it. Bah. Also, sometimes this week, while I'm working with Wristcraft is a risograph collection made by True Grit. True Grit Texture Supplies. Not sponsored. And the reason I'm specifying it is not just because if you guys want it, you can go and get it. But this week they're going to release a watercolor kit. And I'm looking forward to that because they, as you guys can see, they're really good at what they're doing. They're really good at what they're doing. I've just flopped on the couch, had a gnarly migraine yesterday and ankle pain today. Ugh, one break, please, one break. A huge one, but still, you deserve a break. See, this is the kind of thing I worry about, because I just sounded really annoyed. I'm not annoyed that Coco is constantly in pain. I'm annoyed that Coco is constantly in pain. You know what I mean? I'm not annoyed that her pain is inconveniencing is bothering me. I'm annoyed that her pain, that she has pain. You understand? Like, you guys are also neurodivergent. You actually understand what I'm talking about. I have to explain to the neurotypicals. Because neurotypicals will assume what you mean and will always assume the worst of what you mean. And you're just standing there like, that's not what I said at all. What is wrong with you? Sure is annoyed the universe keeps picking on me. Yes, see? That's exactly... That's exactly what I was just talking about. Fellow neurodivergents understand. Like, if you're looking for a hard worker, that's Coco. Coco, like, busts her ass every day to the limit of her body. And what does she get for it? Pain and annoyance. Because that's another thing. That's another thing that annoys me. neurotypicals, assuming that neurodivergent and or people with disabilities are lazy. No. Oh my god, I cannot stress how that is false. You will find that a lot of disabled people are bored out of their mind and would love nothing more than to work. Then, of course, you have insurance companies fighting against every diagnostics because a lot of those people aren't even qualified to analyze whatever's happening with your body, and they just refuse. And then the disabled and or neurodivergent people that require these services, they have to fight constantly, which exacerbates the neurodivergent annoyance, I should say, the neurodivergent annoyance or the disability, and then they have the face to tell us that we're the lazy ones. No, I don't think so, girlfriend. I do not think so. Somebody here is full of shit, then it is not me. Oh, his little cheeks. I keep forgetting his little cheeks. I gotta give him his little cheeks. He needs his little cheeks. Yeah. Before I go, I did want to give him... I think I got the grass that I want. Not you. I'm gonna bring everything down a little bit. I still feel a little high. Okay, that's better. And of course we got an offset. What was the font that I used for the title? Baggy Demo. Okay. I'm sorry I'm so late. My cat made several messes for me to clean up. Hi, Cartoon Cat Girl. Hi, Ronald. I think I missed one. Yeah, no, I didn't miss one. Oh, okay. How are you guys doing? You know, except for the whole cat doing a mess everywhere thing. That's a cat's favorite job around the house. Make a mess for the human so the human cleans. Oop. Not sure what I just did there. Pretty good, thanks. Yesterday my friends... Come on. And I, on the Discord channel, had a major game day. I kept getting second place and everything. Yeah, second place is still pretty good. I remember one time I was playing Mario Kart Online on the Wii, I want to say, and we kept letting the computer randomize which track we were going to play, and like 95% of the time that it was randomized, it was always Rainbow Road. And then if me or one of the other players was in charge and we still had to randomize the road, like we chose to randomize the road, it was still Rainbow Road. So we played for like an hour, almost only Rainbow Road for some reason. Story of my friggin' life. Oh, it's not so bad. I was making pasta for lunch, and before that I had to shut the top burner to the oven that my mom had left on by accident. Oh my god, Ronald, you just reminded me. Like, we've had a new oven for like a year, almost 2 years now, and a couple of months after we got the new oven, and like I was at home alone, went to bed, woke up the next morning, turned out I left the oven on all night. Thankfully it was empty, but still. My bro's cat doesn't knock a lot over, but she does kick litter all over and leaves tumbleweeds of her fur and pukes. Sorry, just that I've always gotten second place at every competition I've been in. Now this is going to sound really braggy, but it really is not. Because I've had, when I was a kid, I won every Desjardins art competition. But did it really count as winning? Because the prizes I got, like the hoodie was good quality, but I didn't wear hoodies at the time, and for some reason the sleeve where there was a logo on it was the cuff was incredibly tight for some reason, even if the logo had nothing to do with the cuff, and the other cuff was normal. And I also won a kite that had this weird twine string that absolutely cut up all the inside of my fingers when I tried to get it to fly. Fun fact, absolute skill issues, I never got a kite to fly. Never, ever, 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 ever. So yeah, skill issues, that's me. And I mean, you're allowed to be annoyed if you only got, well, you consider that you only got second place, but second place is really, really, really good still. Oh, there's a lot. Hang on, I gotta read all that. My cat has an annoying habit of peeing outside of the litter box. Since my mom got that Malinois puppy almost 2 years ago, she never understood the concept of catify the house. I melted a plastic bowl on the stove before. I had to pick it out of coils, but I got it all. Oh my god, you poor thing. One time I burned potatoes so bad, it messed up the bottom of the pot. Like black there, and the pot was like rainbow from the overheating because all the water had completely boiled out. I made some banana bread one night and dozed off while it was in the oven. I didn't wake up until the next morning when it became a black brick. Oh, you poor thing. Another time, and that relates to me not asking questions. I had made some seafood, like a seafood mix, seafood pasta. And I needed some fish stock, but I didn't know you were supposed to take a little bit of the powdered fish stocks and mix it in water and then put it in the pasta. So I just put like a quarter cup of the dry fish stock into the pasta to tell you that it was salty. Oh my goodness. Me, the way I see it, nobody died, so I just know not to do that anymore. I could go for some lobster. Oof. Yeah, it is lobster season, isn't it? We got some last month for Mom. And right now where her and Dad works, they have lobster every Sunday. My dad is already up to here in lobster. He can't stomach lobster anymore because they have it every Sunday. And I'm like, sir, you are not neurodivergent enough. If you don't want it, send it to me. Centered, please. Thank you. I'm going to center you again. Just you. Thank you. I sent you a lobster mountain. Oh my god. What's in all that? I see fries, I see salad. Is that lobster fried? I think. Now the lobstery goodness seeps into the fries. They bread the lobster and fry. Okay, it's fried. Okay, hang on. I'm going to read the recipe out loud. Ronald, take notes. They bread the... the lobster and fry it in garlic and scallions, then stack it up in a mountain over a bed of fries. And all the lobstery goodness seeps into the fries. I'd love to see food again this month. Dang it, you got me drooling. I see fire and I see rain. So, that makes me think of that one time that I had lobster poutine at a Mike's restaurant. And that was years ago. And I still remember it. And it was good. Like, it was absolutely delicious. But it was a big plate for me, and it took me a couple days to go through it. But it does make sense that the lobstery goodness would seep into the fries. Plus, it's buttery, and they even bring the lobster out so you can meat it before you eat it, like live lobster. I hope it at least doesn't have a name, because I already feel bad enough for boiling it. And then that goes away when I eat it. But still, I feel bad enough for boiling it. But yeah, that's how you know it's fresh. Because you do want a really fresh seafood. Because even if it's been dead like a little teeny tiny bit too long, you get food poisoning. Simple as that. A good truck with delicious lobster dishes comes here twice a year. Food truck. A good food truck. There you go. Didn't stop Homer. Oh my god. That's why they bring it to you, to prove you have a fresh lobster. I usually name it. Yeah, I can see it from here. They come back with the plate and you're like, "Hi, Fred!" A lot of our lobster has to be delivered from Florida or New England on ice, I would hope. Here we literally, like, we are a fishing town. Even if you don't see it downtown, So we know our lobster is local. Holy shit. I looked down for 2 seconds. A lot of our lobster... No, I read that. We also do have a red lobster. We don't. We just either go to IGA or we go to one of the many fish stores in town. I've been thinking about Mother 1 Earthbound Beginnings, and I may have to commission you to draw Ninten and Gigi in the style of Captain N. Okay. My commissions are closed right now because I have a list that I have to go through, plus working on Barbarian Queen Charybdis and the ending of the current Smack story. But, like, keep an eye on my Ko-fi, and I do announce in my newsletter and on in my link tree and everywhere when my commissions open back up. Just found out there's a new Spyro game coming. That is good news. But the Cousin's main lobster truck is pretty good too. Sadly, I live in the middle of the country and nowhere near salt water, but I'm nestled into the left side of Lake Superior, and we have plenty of fresh fish, like pickerel, trout, salmon. I love trout and salmon! Oh my goodness! It's a rare treat here because it's expensive, but when I can get my hands on a trout, a salmon, oh my god. I enjoy it so much. I'm pretty sure I make noises that you're not supposed to do in front of your parents at the dinner table. So good. So good. Now we're gonna... Okay, that's saved. I'm going to do something cool. Pickerel is very nice. I don't know if I had pickerel, because there's some fish I only know their names in French. My Uncle Bobby Shaw makes popcorn pickerel with beer batter and cooks it over the campfire. Popcorn. I love popcorn food. Salmon makes great sushi. It's so good. Lake Superior trout is delicious. Oh, there we go. Now, of course, it thinks that the cover is not a cover there, but... check this out. Clip Studio can do a preview of your book. Now, like I said, it thinks there's no cover there, but that is just a preview. I can wait. Sushi is the only way I can eat salmon. Cooked salmon makes me heave. I mean, I understand. I completely understand. Because cooked salmon has a completely different texture. And it's gummy. And if you eat a lot of it, because it's a fatty fish, it will stick to your teeth and your teeth will get sticky. So I completely understand that. On the other hand, that just means more for me. And now we flip the pages. See, that's the cool thing of this preview thing. I also love popcorn. Popcorn's good. I usually eat mostly regular popcorn, salt and butter, nothing much. Whenever I can, I have access to it. Sometimes there's this limited edition chocolate and strawberry syrup popcorn that comes out. That's really good. And popcorn food. I love popcorn chicken. Popcorn shrimp is good too. Anything that I can pretty much eat in small sampling while doing something else with my other hand. Food that looks like snack food. That's why I like berries over regular fruit. Okay, that is the normal edge of the page. Okay, that's just what I wanted to check. We have trout, redfish, carp, and all sorts of shellfish. By the way, you should look up after boiled soup. It's leftover seafood, corn, onions, garlic, sausage, and potatoes mixed in stock or broth. You people are going to have me starved by the time I finish this stream. Did I offset this page? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, good. So there you have it. This is done. We have about a little less than half an hour left. I prefer apples and pears, but I do like berries and muffins. Me, I prefer berries. I like raspberries and blueberries. Strawberries a little less because they arrive like sometimes they can be like as big as an apple and like really sour. Once again, that's a neurodivergent thing because you never know what you're gonna get, and it's the same reason why I don't like fancy boxes of chocolates. Even with the map, sometimes you only like what's in half of the box. Sounds like a gumbo. Oh, Cartoon Cat Girl, you got him started on the gumbo. You got him started on the gumbo. We're gonna have more recipes. I'm making fish tacos next weekend. Be jealous. I am. I never had a fish taco in my life, but I like tacos and I like fish, so. And this is not an innuendo, so behave. So, in the meantime, what we should probably do, while you guys are talking food, raspberries and blackberry make great iced tea flavored. And that's true. David's Tea has this. Usually it comes out during the summer. I hope it's out again this year. Well, there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna go and look it up. And that's going to be easier on everybody, especially me, especially my neck. Let's Google. They have this flavor it tastes exactly like wild raspberries, which means it tastes like raspberries but with a little grass. Which makes it like really good, like ridiculously good, okay? Yes! There it is, frozen raspberry. Limited edition tea tin. Do I have the tin, or do I use a different colored tin for when I got it? I think I got the tin. Pretty sure I got the tin. It looks familiar. But this stuff there, right there, that is delicious. That is crazy delicious. It tastes exactly like wild raspberries. Like, it doesn't taste like candy raspberries. It tastes like the fruit. Probably because they have the actual fruit in it. See, they got them dried. No, thank you. They got them dried. And they got some dried yogurt stuff. That's sugar. And yes, it does get like that. It's so good. It's crazy good. Not sponsored. This stream is not sponsored. So don't get on my ass. I've made my own fish tacos before, though I basically use frozen fish sticks for the fish part. Well, at least it keeps the fish together. But this stuff I absolutely 100% recommend it. So good. Crazy good. I love David's Tea. Not sponsored. Love David's Tea. This is one of their best flavors. I cannot recommend that flavor enough. And here I am with my little unflavored water. But now I'm pretty sure I still have a little bit left of that tea. So maybe I could make a pitcher. I gotta clean up some stuff in my fridge's door first. There's some leftover chocolate milk that I need to finish before it goes bad. Well, this I don't need. So, what did you guys think of a day at the zoo? Is it fun? Is it a weird experiment? It is a weird experiment, but I mean, but you are open to sponsors. I am absolutely open to sponsors. Pepsi, hey, I'm talking to you. With the amount of Pepsi I drink, you guys should sponsor me. This one is my favorite page with the llama. Like, it came out just right for me. With the flies around it and how gooey that black blood is. Like, there's a lot more of that black blood on the kangaroo and on the macaques. The baboons. It was interesting. I can't say mean things to Shiro because the moderator's gonna kick me out. I liked it. Because sometimes it's nice to experiment with stories and styles and textures. Like, there's not really a story. It's mostly an excuse to draw grotesque, gross stuff in a cute style. I thought it was pretty good for its contrast between Ed Benedict and horror. Thank you. Also, if you don't like my stuff, you're not gonna get kicked out. I don't care. This was an experiment. Like they say, tous les goûts sont dans la nature. I just like to divert expectations a little bit. I like the tiger too. Like, the tiger is not really completely zombified. Well, at least it's not as rotten as the llama or the kangaroo. And I really pushed the Disney on that tiger. And of course, that giraffe. That giraffe was the first idea I had for the zoo. But I figured it would be best to put it at the end. Because of... Like, that thing is clearly dead. That thing is hanging... That thing is hanging by a thread or two. Or an artery or something. And then there's a final exhibit. The coup de grace. Yeah, it's not coup de grace. It's coup de grace, okay? I want to say coup de grace. No, no, no. You do not cut the fat. It's coup de grace. It's like when English people want to write voila and they write viola. No. That's a little bass. Just that gore isn't really my thing. See? Being honest. Coco, kick her out. No! No! I'm gonna get yelled at. And you're allowed to not like gore. I mean, like I just said, tous les goûts sont dans la nature. To each their own. And me, I just wanted to draw a little gore for a change. Because I draw so much cute stuff. I'm sorry, but the Super Mario Adventures continued comics, they're cute. And after... It's like the watercolor art challenge. After a while, like, I would like to change. I remember when I used to work for Upper Deck. And they had me draw like 160, I'm not kidding, like 160 cards about dinosaurs. Okie dokie, time to make like a bread truck and haul buns. Have a great afternoon, thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for coming, Jupe. Always a treat to have you here. Like, and Upper Deck had made me, I like that. Upper Deck and Jupe is like, okay, bye! So Upper Deck had me draw 160 dinosaur cards. And, like, by the 60th card, I was like, I am so sick of dinosaurs. It took me half a year to even want to draw dinosaurs again. And, dinosaurs and other reptiles like that. That's fun, okay? It's very fun to draw, especially with markers. Because when you dot your dinosaur to make the scales, it comes out so good with alcohol markers. At least with my style. But like after a while, you want to change up, you know? At least that was one of the good things about the video game. I'm gonna put it back to my face. There we go. Move that back here. That was the good thing about the video game challenge. Is that I could at least, depending on the game, change styles here and there, you know? So that kept it a little fun at least. But at the same time, I'm glad the book is over. If you want something gory, I recommend that you check out Fist of the North Star. By the way, have you seen Game Overs? I have not seen Game Overs. I am familiar with Fist of the North Star. Ken le Survivant. Because we're all about epic. when we translate anime in the 70s and 80s. Like, I will never get over the French intro song to Dragon Ball Z. Because we had Dragon Ball Z before you guys had Dragon Ball Z. So the taste in music was a little different. So like the original Japanese intro was like Inchala, oh Inchala, something like that there. And then in English it was Dragon, Dragon, Rock the Dragon, Dragon Ball Z, and then guitar solo. In French, when we got Dragon Ball Z in the 80s, so it was really focused on Gohan, who in French we called his closer to his original name, Sangohan, or as we pronounce it, Sangohan. Oh yeah, I'm going there. And I know I've talked about this before, but like, it's been a couple years now, there's always some new people watching. So, and we used to have either this one guy or this one girl from France singing the theme songs, plural, of all the anime. And for Dragon Ball Z, they picked a girl. And we got this. Dragon Ball Z, 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 le gentil Sangohan. Dragon Ball Z, 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 combat tous les méchants. Oh! I am made of cringe and I just made myself cringe. Yeah, but Goku's in there too. Do they talk about Goku? Son père était un héros, le grand, le vaillant Son Goku. Le monde saura bientôt que son esprit reste avec nous. Like, the theme song is acting basically like the original plan that Toriyama had for Dragon Ball, that he would kill off Goku and Gohan was going to be the new hero, and well, we all know how that ended up. Also, another thing that whenever I talk about French Dragon Ball Z, I will always talk about this. Piccolo's French name. Of course. End of Dragon Ball, starting of Dragon Ball Z, the time in between them. Piccolo is the son of Piccolo Senior, also known as Demon. In French, it's Demon. So when he first appeared at the Budokan, he called himself Demon Jr. And that's the info I got from my French manga, because they don't have the same name in convention as the anime. They came out later. Don't ask. Don't ask. So, for some reason, in the French anime, because Piccolo Senior was Demon, in the French anime he was Satan. So Piccolo became Satan Jr. Satan Jr. But when he became an adult and started taking care of Gohan, they decided to change his name to Satan Petit Coeur, Satan Little Heart. So this big, intimidating green skin alien got called Satan Little Heart. But that was way too many syllables compared to Piccolo. So they shortened it. Did they shorten it to Satan? Of course not. They shortened it to Petit Coeur. They shortened it to Little Heart. So, you know, there's a lot of yelling of names and gasping in Dragon Ball. And of course, that doesn't change in the French one. So, during that part where Piccolo was literally raising Gohan while Goku was running up Snake Road, there was a lot of Gohan screaming, "Petit cœur!" Oh yeah. French anime. And that's another thing, because we got it earlier than you guys got it, and they're, despite being like right next to the Vatican, Bible thumping town, the censorship was not the same as what you guys got, so I saw a lot of yeah. Also, those censored episodes or scenes in Sailor Moon, I saw that too. The Sailor Moon theme song, that's in French, that's another thing. But the Dragon Ball Z French theme song is the worst of the two, if you ask me. Like, a lot of these action animes got, like, really calm songs. Like, Captain Harlock, 78. The one against the Sylvidre. The plant women, basically. Oh. Eradicator 36 joined the party. Thank you for joining the party. It has to be about my singing the Dragon Ball Z French theme. Because I'm so talented. And like literally it's a space opera. You have laser combats, you have sword combats, and then you have the theme song in French. Albato, Albato, capitaine au cœur d'or. That's cute. At least the 84 one had a little bit more, had a little bit more oomph in it. And then when Lupin showed up, that was a whole other thing. They couldn't even name him Lupin. Lupin III. Because as we know, Lupin III is the grandson of Arsène Lupin, which is a French creation by Maurice What's-His-Name. See how important it is to me? And when Lupin landed in France, then they had to censor it. But not censor the visuals. They had to change his name completely. Because at the time, Maurice's family still had, and I'm pretty sure they still do, the copyright to the Lupin name. So they not only changed his name to Edgar, and I think for a while in the States he was called Wolf, but they also changed his job as le détective cambrioleur. So they made him a detective too. Which made zero sense with Zenigata always on his ass. So there you have it. You guys were talking about food, and now you got me talking about French anime. Like, I can go on for a while. I watched a lot of anime. Like, a lot of anime. My province and France had this thing. Welcome to the neurodiverging rabbit hole. Like, we had this thing going on where we got all of France's magazines and comics and cartoons and anime. That's how I ended up with some Picsous and some Pif et Hercule and some Spirous. And of course, my undying love for Asterix comics. Like, the big tree is Asterix, Tintin, Lucky Luke. Well, mine is Asterix. I don't know, there's something about a short guy with a short, an even shorter temper. Correct, he was Wolf. Going down the rabbit hole talking about a wolf. Only me. And like that was a whole copyright mess. I think now it's okay because I don't see Edgar or Wolf anymore when it comes to translations. I don't remember at all if the other characters were renamed. Probably. That's something to Google up later, I guess. Unless I forget, because I'm probably going to be doing something else and some editing on the comic. I mean, the comic was a cute experiment, and I'm glad that the story is out of my mind and on digital paper. And I have to see what I can do with that, because I'm not going to keep it for myself, that's for sure. And if I get bad critics, then I get bad critics. What am I gonna do? It's a comic experiment. I don't like this. Okay. What do you want me to know? And the stream is almost over. And of course, next stream, according to the poll that I had on Patreon, and that's why it's important to be on Patreon, not just because you helped me monetarily so I can keep doing more weird shit like this, but you get access to a lot of stuff early, and ideas and stuff that I might want to put in the shop, or stories, and previews of future Smack pages before they get published publicly. And I ran a poll asking if people would want, once I finish with A Day at the Zoo, if people would want another original horror stories, because yes, I got more, haha, or a new episode of Welcome Home Nephew, and Le Public a Parlé. Starting next Sunday, we are going to work on a new episode of Welcome Home Nephew. The episode will be called Baking a Pie, so it should give, if you follow Welcome Home by Coffin Clown, if I mention baking, you should know which character Yellow Guy is going to interact with next. And with that, we are going to give extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporter, speaking of Patreon. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Innovis, Bad at Multiplayers, Blossis, Laura S, Jeff B, Artsy Tanuk, Mario 369, Red Reaper, Noah, Twingle the Scraggler, Matthew H, and our part-time supporters, Super Dudet 808, Rocket Mouse, and Enlightening Spirited Dragon 938. Your continued or part-time support is always and forever super appreciated. Next live stream, of course, is going to be next Sunday, June 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this and talking about French anime theme songs, because personally I think they sucks. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. I love you all, and bye-bye.